Today, I'm going to show you how to open up an account at Vanguard and start investing. I am opening up my own personal account there and investing in an IRA. I'm going to show you step by step how I do it so that you can get started on your own investing. And I will make sure there are timestamps in the description box below so you can fast forward ahead to where you want to be. Hey there, Brittany Flammer here with videos all about budgeting and money saving tips. If these are topics that interest you, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified of my videos. Okay, if you go ahead and type in Vanguard.com, it'll bring you to their homepage. And they have several different sites, so you want to choose, it's going to make you choose here, personal investors. This is for those of us that are personal and we're investing. And it will take you to that site, and it's going to give you the option of automatically taking you to there. So right up here, if every time you come to their website, you just automatically want to go to the personal investors website, which is what I want, I'm just going to click yes and save preference. So I don't have to click every single time I come in. So here we are on their homepage. And if you already have an account, right up here in the top right, you're going to log in. But we are opening up an account with Vanguard. I do not have an account yet. So I'm going to click open an account. And here it's going to ask me if we're opening up a new account or if we've already got another account that we're transferring over to this one. But I want to open up a brand new account, and it's asking how we're going to fund it. So most of us are probably going to do an electronic bank transfer, meaning I have the money sitting in an account, I'm going to transfer it. Or if you're rolling it over from another plan or transferring investments from another financial firm, I am just opening up a brand new account. I'm not rolling over anything. So I'm going to click electronic bank transfer. Hit continue. And then if we already have login information, already have an account, we would click over here. But I'm brand new here, do not have an account. I'm going to click continue. Okay, so right here, it's showing us what we'll need. We're going to need bank account info so that they can get the money. And we're going to need to give our employer information. And here's the process over here. It's like 5 to 10 minutes to create your new account. Step by step is showing you what you need to do. So I'm just going to click continue. And it's what type of account are we interested in opening? Now, I personally am looking at retirement account and I want to open an IRA, but you can also choose any of these others if that's what you're interested. And now it's asking me more specifically what type of account. I personally want to do a Roth IRA because we have low enough income to invest in a Roth IRA, and we still have a long time till we're going to use it in retirement. So it's going to accumulate a lot in that time. And we're going to be in a higher tax bracket, I'm pretty sure, when we retire than we are now. So I want Roth IRA, but you can do traditional as well. And scroll back up, click continue. And I'm going to have to fill out all of the basic information. First, last name, need birth date. You also will need your social security number. Once I've got all of my information typed in, I will click continue. And now I have to provide my address for them. So let me type that in. And you have to include your phone number because it will not let you continue unless you include a phone number. So click continue. And then it's just going to let me verify that information. So I want to go through all of it, double check to make sure it is all accurate. And once I've done that, assuming everything's correct, I'll click continue. And now we're going to choose our username and password. So let me go ahead and type those in. And this is a secure website. They have strict password information. So make sure you hit the letters and numbers and special character rules. Then we'll click continue. We are going to set up our security questions. So they have a bunch of options here. So let me set those up. After I've chosen the security questions, typed all of the correct answers, I'll click continue. You have to make sure you click outside of the boxes here in order for it to let you continue. Now you have to provide your bank information so they can get the money to start investing. So you need your account number and your routing number. The routing number, if you just search online, you will find the bank's routing number. However, for your account number, you either need your checkbook, it'll be listed on your checkbook, or if you log into your bank, you should be able to access your account number. Sometimes they only, on statements, they only show the last 4 digits, but if you log in, you should be able to find it. If you need to, contact your bank to get the full account number. They also want to know what type of account it is, whether it's checking or savings. And they want to know the account owner and a nickname. Now, if you're going to have multiple different accounts, it's a great idea to create a nickname. And then we'll click Save and Continue. And here we get to choose how we are funding our very first investment. So I entered in my account information and I want it to come out of that account. Or if you're rolling it over from another account, you check that. But I am using the account that I just provided information for. So that's what I want to. So I will click that and then Save and Continue. So this is just making sure that I know that the account where I'm pulling the money out of is going to be taken out in 2 to 3 business days. And then once it's in there, then we can invest it in Vanguard funds. And I want to click no to make sure that they know that it's not coming from a rollover. And it wants to know how much I am going to put in. So I am going to invest $3,000. So I will click 3,000. If you scroll down here, it tells you the maximum. So currently it's 6,000. It'll notify you, but I'm only putting in 3,000. So I'm going to click Save and Continue. And now I have to tell my employment information. So I'll click on it. It gives a few options. I'm going to click Self-Employed, and it's going to ask me my details. So let me type that information in. After I've gotten all of my employer information typed in, I am going to check any of these that apply. So they want to know if my spouse or any family members that I'm associated with work for Vanguard or any other financial interest companies in the field. Since none of them apply, I'm going to click None of these apply to me. If some did, I would click on them. We don't want to get in trouble. Then I'll click Save and Continue. It's going to ask about income. It's just asking to get general idea of your income and your net worth. So there's a drop-down menu. It's very general. It doesn't have to be specific. And also it's asking for your net worth, for your liquid net worth. So things that you can turn into cash really easily. So things like cash, checking accounts, online savings accounts, even maybe investments, but not things like your house or things you would have to sell. So it's a range. You just choose which is closest to you. If you have my net worth tracker, then it's really easy to do. You just glance at that. Or if you're wondering about your net worth, check my video right up there in the corner. I'll put it right up there showing you how to figure out your net worth. Now it's asking how we're getting the money that we're going to invest. For most of us, it's going to be probably from our salary, but there are a lot of different options where you might be getting it from. But for most of us, it's going to be salary. So I'm just going to click that and continue. And then it wants to know what our goals are to help us make sure we find the right investments for us. So capital preservation means you just want something safe so you don't want to lose any money. You want to keep it. Income, if you want to earn money to live off of or to use dividends to live off of. Growth, this is what we want because we are putting it away for years and want it to grow so we have more for retirement. Or speculation, this is probably not going to apply to most of us. So just save and continue. Then we just review all of the information we've given them, make sure it's accurate. Scroll through it, make sure everything's fine. Once you scroll through it, make sure everything's fine, save and continue. And now it wants us to review all of these and sign everything. So if you'll scroll through, you can click on them and it will take you to all of them. But once you've read through all of them, then you're going to click sign and agree and submit application. Once we have submitted that, we now have an account. So I now have a Roth IRA account, but I have to wait. It's going to take 2 or 3 business days to get the money from my bank account into my Vanguard account. So it will be into my Vanguard account in 2 to 3 days, and then I can choose what funds I want to invest and where I'm going to invest that money. They will send you several emails about your new account. You can log in, go through their emails and come to their website, or you can just go to their website. And as you can see, it's automatically taking me to the personal investor's website, which is what I want. So I'm just going to come over here, click login, and fill out my username and password to log in. It is going to take me to my account. So you can see the $3,000 is now in there. So what I want to do is I want to invest. So I'm going to come up to my account, click on the caret, buy and sell. So since we want to start investing, we're going to buy. Now, I personally am going to invest in some index funds. So to do that, I would choose the mutual funds here. If you want to do a specific stock or an ETFs, then we could do that. But what I want to do is to buy index funds. So I'm going to go over here to the mutual funds, click buy funds. And I'm going to click in this box to add a mutual fund. If I know the name or the symbol, I can just type it in here, or I can pull up a list. So here I have a list of all of the funds I could possibly invest in, but we can do some minimizing. Let's click target retirement funds. These are great if you don't want to have to do anything. You just set it once and don't have to do anything, totally hands off. And what it does is you choose the date when closest to when you think you're going to retire. So for me, this would be 2045. And it is going to start off more aggressive, and as I get closer to retirement, it's automatically going to become more conservative. So I would just click that, and if you scroll over, the expense ratio is 0.15. Vanguard is known for their low expense ratios for funds. So if I just want to invest and not have to think about it or worry about it, I would do this and click add. I don't want to do this. So let me show you. Let's go back to all funds. You can do some filtering. You can choose the asset class. You can choose if you just want bonds or just want stocks or whatever you want. I'm going to leave it at all. And then share class. So if you just want low cost investor or lower cost admiral, this used to be you had to have 10,000 to invest. Now it's 3 to 10,000. Management. You can choose between actively managed, where there is a person or a team that's going in and actively choosing the stocks, choosing the funds, or you can have index where it's just mirroring the market. This is what I want. So I'm going to choose index. They're usually much lower cost. And then fund minimum. You can choose. If you only have $1,000, you could deselect all of these and it'll take away the options that you don't have. So here are all of the funds available to me now. So I can just scroll through them and look at them. This in the parentheses shows me the minimum required. So if I did this, I'd have to put all of my 3,000 into it. Here's the symbol. And then this is the expense ratio right over here. So with index funds, they can be, with these Vanguard funds, they can be invested in like a category like energy or utilities. I don't want to do that. So I would either recommend so what I would choose for myself is either doing a target retirement fund where I don't have to do anything, or if I want a little bit more hands-on approach, I want a little bit more control, I would choose like a total fund. So the original Vanguard index fund is VFIAX. Let's see if I can find that. Oh, okay. So VFIX right here, this is the original Vanguard. It represents 75% of the US market. I'm going to go with the total stock market index admiral shares. This is another common one. And if you see the expense ratio is 0.04%. So I'm going to go with this one. So I'll click add. It's going to add it here, and I can choose how much money I want to put into it. I could put however much up to my 3,000. I want to put all 3,000 in this. So I will scroll down and click continue. So I can choose where it's coming from. So I could pull it from my bank account, but this is coming from my settlement fund. So the money from my bank came into my Vanguard settlement fund. And then I'll click continue. Okay, so before you can buy it, they have to share the prospectus with you. So I would just click on it and you can read through it for all of the information about that fund. So I'm going to accept, make sure this is the one I want. All $3,000 are going to it, coming from my settlement fund. And that's how many I have available to trade. So I'm going to click submit. So now it's been received. I've got the confirmation number and I can choose my delivery method. This first one will send my confirmation and all documents by e-delivery to my email. If I click this one, it's going to send this confirmation and all future confirmations by e-delivery. So this means I will always get things by e-delivery, by email. I don't have to keep choosing. So I'm going to select that and click. It just reviews everything again. And I'm done. I've invested that, but I can set up auto invest. So if I've set up my initial 3,000, but if I every month want to put some in, or I want a regular investment, we can do that. So I'm going to click set up auto invest. So in order to do this, I already have to have shares in a Vanguard fund, and I have to have an account to invest to. So this is the only account I have right now. So I'm going to choose my Roth IRA account that I just opened and just invested in. I will choose that one, and I can choose to have it directly pulled out of my bank account. So that is what I can do. And this is showing me that for this year, you can only contribute $6,000 for the entire year. And I've already put $3,000 in. So I have $3,000 left. So I can choose how I want to contribute. I can choose a specific amount each month, or I can just maximize. They'll do the math to figure out how much that would be each month, but I want to do a specific amount. I want the frequency you can do every week, every year, every 2 weeks. I'm going to do every month. Beginning on, I choose the calendar date. I'm going to start with next month. I'm just going to go with the 1st. And it's going to go until I stop it. I can choose a specific date to stop it, or just until I stop it. So I want it to go monthly, and I'm going to do I'm going to do $100 per month. And I'm just going to invest all of it into that one fund. And I can choose where I want to invest it. Now I want it to go straight into that fund, and then so I can review everything. It's going to be the amount I want, which is $100 every month, starting next month until I stop this plan. And this is telling me that that's how much, because I'm starting in July, $100 a month, I'll add $600, which you could do, like it said earlier, you could do the max amount. I have some other money I've been investing in a different Roth IRA, so I don't want to go past the max, so I'm only doing $100 a month. So just click submit. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Otherwise, if you would like to know how much you need for your retirement, check out this video, and it will help you know how much you specifically need for retirement.